Hey everyone, and a huge welcome to All the Dice. I am so excited to be kicking off our brand new guide, D&D for Beginners. In this very first episode, we're not going to start with a bunch of heavy rules. Instead, we're going to jump right in and explore the heart and soul of what makes this game so special. Let's get started.
Okay, so let's just dive right in. You know that feeling when you finish an amazing book or you binge the last episode of a show and you're just sad that it's over? You wish you could just stay in that world a little bit longer? Well, what if I told you that you could? Today, we're going to talk about an experience that lets you do exactly that, a unique adventure that you and your friends get to build from the ground up. I mean, really think about it. That feeling of wanting to walk through those enchanted forests or explore that futuristic city? What if you could actually do it? Not just as someone watching the story, but as the one making the choices, the one actually shaping how it all unfolds. And that, right there, is the magic of a role-playing game. You know, it's kind of like the games of make-believe we all played as kids, but it's taken to the next level. It has just enough of a framework to help turn those daydreams into a truly unforgettable story. So what is a role-playing game at its core? Well, when you boil it all down, it's pretty simple. It's a bunch of friends sitting around telling a story together. There's no screen, there isn't a board, it's not really about winning or losing. It's just a shared creative act. This is the big shift. This is what makes it so special. You are no longer on the outside looking in, you are the main character. Your decisions, your personality, your clever ideas, they're the engine that drives the whole story forward. And oh, the places you'll go. We're talking forgotten ruins, gleaming castles, deep, dark forests, you name it. But here's the kicker. Unlike in a movie, the path isn't already laid out. The map is basically blank, and you and your friends get to decide which way to go. But here's the thing. You're not doing this alone. This is, at its heart, a team sport for your imagination. And that team is really built around two very important collaborative roles. So you've got two sides to this team. First, you have the players. You are the stars of the show. You're playing the main characters, the heroes of this story. And then you have the Dungeon Master, or the DM. Think of the DM as the director of the movie. They set the scenes, they play every other character you meet, and they describe the world around you. Now, this is super important, so I really want to make this clear. It is never, ever the players versus the DM. The Dungeon Master isn't your enemy. They're actually your number one fan. You're all working together on the same team, trying to make the coolest story possible. Okay, so how does it actually work? You might be picturing some huge, complicated rule book, but honestly, the engine that runs this whole thing is incredibly simple. It's just a conversation. The entire game flows in this simple three-step cycle. First, the DM sets the scene. They'll say something like, you arrive at the edge of a chasm and a rickety rope bridge sways in the wind. Then, step 2, you say what you do. Maybe you say, I'm going to test the ropes to see if they're sturdy. And finally, step 3, the DM tells you what happens next. They narrate the outcome, which creates a whole new situation, and the conversation just keeps going. And that's it. That's the absolute heart of the game. That simple back and forth. This is what you see. This is what I do. Okay, here's what happens. That is the foundation that entire epic sagas are built on. It's so much simpler than you think. So now that we kind of get the how, let's talk about the why. Because the real reward here, the real magic, it isn't just about finding treasure. It's about what you create with your friends along the way. You know, it's those moments, the time you barely survived a dragon's attack or that hilarious moment you completely misunderstood a simple clue. These moments become your stories. They become your group's inside jokes and shared legends that you'll be telling for years. And this really gets to the soul of it all. You don't win the game in a traditional sense. A story is won if everyone had a great time and you all made something memorable. The real victory is crafting a tale that is uniquely yours. So the real treasure you walk away with isn't a pile of gold in the game. It's the stronger friendships you build facing challenges together. It's unlocking a creative side of yourself you didn't even know was there. It's making memories that are completely 100% yours. So where do you start? How do you actually take that first step into this incredible hobby? Believe me, it is so much easier than it looks. If you only take away one thing from all of this, let it be this. The most important rule is that your imagination is the only thing holding you back. All the other rules, they're just guidelines. Your creativity is the real fuel for the game.
You don't have to be a professional actor or a brilliant strategist. Not at all. All you need is a little bit of curiosity. You just need to be willing to ask that simple, powerful question, what if? What if I try this? What if I say that? That's where the adventure begins. There's literally a blank page just waiting for you and your friends. An entire world is out there just waiting to see what you'll do. The only question left is, what's your first chapter going to be?
And that right there is our first step into the soul of D&D. If this explainer sparked your imagination at all, please hit that like button and subscribe to All the Dice for the rest of our beginner's guide. And I would love to hear from you in the comments. What's the first kind of hero you think you'd want to play? Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.